Steam's special offers are here, and I've dug through the deals to find some absolute steals you simply cannot afford to miss. Before you start throwing your money at the screen, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Let's jump in and explore these incredible offers, because your next favorite game could be on sale right now. In the early 18th century, the Caribbean Sea becomes a battleground where empires vie for dominance and pirates carve their own destinies. Amidst this turmoil, Edward Kenway, a charismatic and ambitious privateer-turned-pirate, navigates a world full of political intrigue, betrayal, and the pursuit of something greater than gold: freedom. His path intertwines with the secretive Assassin Brotherhood and the calculating Templar Order, each striving to shape the future in their own way. The story unfolds across a vast, ever-changing open world, stretching from dense jungle islands and bustling colonial cities to the open sea. Commanding the Jackdaw, a ship built for speed and firepower, you can chase merchant vessels, raid fortresses, dive into shipwrecks, and uncover lost relics buried beneath turquoise waters. Naval combat is both tactical and intense, where each crashing wave or sudden storm can completely shift the course of a fight. On land, stealth, cunning, and swordsmanship guide you through tangled conspiracies and dangerous alliances. There's a rhythm to the chaos, a dance between freedom and consequence that shapes every moment. The Elder Scrolls Online unfolds across the vast continent of Tamriel, a realm caught in turmoil. Set 1,000 years before Skyrim, the land is split between warring alliances, while a darker threat looms. Molag Bal, a Daedric prince, aims to pull Tamriel into his twisted domain. You awaken without a soul, drawn into a race to reclaim your essence and prevent an otherworldly catastrophe. Tamriel is a mix of striking landscapes, each filled with lore and danger. Every choice carries weight, shaping the world around you, whether you're unearthing forbidden knowledge, unraveling political conspiracies, or battling ancient forces. Combat is fluid and open-ended. Choose from distinct paths like the Nightblade or Necromancer. Then build your skills with powerful magic, brutal melee, or a hybrid of both. The flexibility to blend roles lets you shape your approach to every challenge. Whether striking it alone or rallying with others, the experience constantly evolves. Ashen is an atmospheric action RPG that immerses you in a sunless world, focusing on challenging combat and passive multiplayer. The game invites players to explore a vast open world, uncovering secrets and battling formidable enemies. The gameplay is deeply inspired by the Souls series, offering punishing combat where mastering, timing, and strategy is essential. What sets Ashen apart is its unique approach to multiplayer. Rather than traditional co-op mechanics, the game features passive multiplayer, where you can encounter other characters, join them in battle, or share an exploration without direct interaction. This design element enhances the experience by encouraging organic player encounters, which makes the world feel alive and interconnected. Visually, Ashen embraces a minimalist, stylized art direction, avoiding overly realistic designs in favor of a more artistic, monochromatic palette. Players take on the role of a lone wanderer, seeking to rebuild a lost civilization by gathering allies and confronting the looming threats of the darkness. In the unsettling town of Raven Brooks, you step into the shoes of Quentin, an investigative journalist unraveling the mysterious disappearances of local children. The focus turns toward Mr. Peterson, a man shrouded in suspicion and rumor, whose house has long cast a shadow over the neighborhood. As the investigation deepens, the surface cracks to reveal a network of secrets, hidden behind picket fences and polite smiles. The journey unfolds in a semi-open world, where you sneak into homes scattered across the town, each hiding their own peculiar residence. These aren't just passive characters, their routines shift, their responses change, and their suspicions grow with every move you make. This living environment means that your path forward is never straightforward, constantly shaped by your previous choices and methods. To piece together the mystery, you'll solve clever puzzles, hunt for clues, and rely on a mix of observation and stealth. Every locked door, every strange noise, and every fleeting shadow adds to a sense of growing tension, pulling you deeper into a town that seems normal on the surface, but never quite feels right underneath. Beyond Hanwell drops you into the decaying remains of London, a desolate, fractured city where reality unravels and every shadow carries weight. It's a psychological survival horror experience that digs deep into the strange and the personal, where the world around you bends in unexpected ways. The story continues from Welcome to Hanwell, pulling you closer to the truth behind a cryptic figure known only as the Director. But the path isn't laid out in a straight line. The city opens up, letting you discover fragments of its past in your own time. The narrative draws on themes of trauma, identity, and recovery, shaped by personal tragedy, which gives the journey an added emotional punch. Combat is sharp and gritty, with a dual-handed melee system that makes every fight feel tense. Ammunition is rare, so you're often forced to use whatever you can find, even the environment itself. Monsters, called anomalies, don't just go down easy. You'll have to burn them, fry them, or smash them with whatever's at hand. One standout mechanic lets you splice DNA from these creatures into yourself, unlocking strange new abilities. It's a risky move, but it changes how you can face threats, a solid balance between power and consequence. There's no cluttered HUD to distract you. What you see is what you get. No markers, no hand-holding. Just the decaying streets, flickering lights, and the ever-present dread of what might be around the next corner. Inscryption is a distinctive blend of roguelike deck building, escape room puzzles, and psychological horror. The game has been lauded for its originality, card battle mechanics, and captivating narrative. Players find themselves in a dark cabin, compelled to play a card game against a mysterious opponent. The gameplay involves placing wildlife-themed cards on a board, where they automatically engage opposing cards or directly attack the adversary. Success requires strategic sacrifices, as certain cards necessitate the forfeiture of others to be played. This card game is intertwined with escape room elements, allowing players to explore the cabin and uncover hidden secrets that influence the card game and the overarching narrative. The game's atmosphere is intentionally eerie and oppressive, enhanced by its low-fidelity, retro-inspired visuals and unsettling audio design. This creates a sense of unease that permeates the experience, making each discovery and encounter feel significant and haunting. Potion Craft. Alchemist Simulator is a unique and engaging simulation game where you take on the role of an alchemist managing a potion shop. The gameplay emphasizes hands-on interaction, allowing you to physically manipulate ingredients and equipment. The game features a distinct art style inspired by medieval manuscripts and medical texts, enhancing its old-world charm. As a shopkeeper, you're tasked with inventing new potion recipes, customizing their appearances, and selling them to customers, each with specific needs and challenges. The decisions you make, whether helping or exploiting customers, shape your reputation and influence your relationships with the townsfolk and guilds. The game offers a sandbox experience, giving players the freedom to experiment with ingredients like roots, minerals, and mushrooms while navigating the alchemy map to discover and combine new effects. You can buy rare ingredients from merchants, grow your own, or master haggling to save money. Additionally, you can play as a benevolent healer, a cunning merchant, or a mysterious occultist. In the vibrant and gravity-defying realm of Solar Ash, players step into the role of Rai, a Void Runner on a mission to rescue her planet from the insatiable pull of the Ultravoid, a massive black hole consuming worlds. As Rai ventures deeper into this cosmic abyss, she traverses surreal landscapes filled with remnants of ancient civilizations, confronting grotesque creatures and uncovering long-lost secrets. The game emphasizes fluid movement and dynamic exploration. Rai gracefully skates across clouds of ash, grinds along rails, and grapples to towering heights, all while navigating a world rich in color and contrast. Throughout her journey, Rai seeks to activate the Starseed, a mysterious device believed to halt the Ultravoid's advance. The narrative unfolds through environmental storytelling and interactions, inviting players to piece together the history of the Ultravoid and the fates of those who came before. In Have a Nice Death, you step into the role of Death, the overworked CEO of Death Incorporated, where the afterlife's bureaucracy has spiraled out of control. Your subordinates, the Sorrows, have been excessively diligent in their soul-harvesting duties, leading to a backlog that's thrown your vacation plans into disarray. Armed with your trusty scythe and an array of other weapons and spells, it's up to you to restore order across the procedurally generated departments of your company. The game offers fast-paced hack-and-slash action, requiring you to master various combat techniques to overcome a diverse cast of enemies and formidable bosses. Each run presents new challenges and opportunities, with performance reviews after every attempt, unlocking upgrades and items to aid your progress. However, be cautious with power-ups. While they can enhance your abilities, they might also empower your subordinates or increase the cost of essential items like coffee. Visually, the game boasts a darkly charming, hand-drawn art style that brings the underworld to life. The humor is as sharp as your scythe, with witty dialogue and quirky characters adding levity to your grim tasks. It's a game that combines challenging combat with a satirical take on corporate culture, making the afterlife feel like a never-ending workday. Shadow Gambit, the Cursed Crew. In an alternate golden age of piracy, the Lost Caribbean is shrouded in a supernatural curse that animates the dead and bestows them with arcane powers. The Inquisition, a zealous force wielding soul-devouring fire, seeks to eradicate these cursed beings. You awaken as Aphia, a spectral pirate with the ability to dash through space-time, aboard the Red Marley, a sentient ghost ship. Your mission: assemble a crew of undead misfits and challenge the Inquisition's dominion. Each crew member possesses distinct supernatural abilities that can be combined in inventive ways. These powers enable diverse strategies, from synchronized stealth takedowns to environmental manipulations, like dropping boulders on unsuspecting foes. The game's non-linear structure allows you to choose which islands to explore and which missions to undertake. Missions can be approached in multiple ways, depending on your chosen crew and tactics. The Red Marley serves as your hub, where you can interact with crew members, delve into their backstories through character-specific missions, and plan your next expedition. A notable feature is the Red Marley's time-manipulating magic, allowing you to pause time to queue up actions across your crew, facilitating complex strategies. Additionally, a quick save system lets you capture moments to return to if plans go awry, encouraging experimentation without severe penalties. Diablo IV continues the legacy of the beloved action RPG series with its latest chapter. The game invites you to explore the dark and expansive world of Sanctuary. You can choose from 6 distinct classes, each offering unique abilities and playstyles. The game combines classic elements like procedurally generated dungeons and a focus on loot-driven progression, with new features such as an open world and PvP combat. The narrative centers on the return of Lilith, daughter of Mephisto, plunging the world into chaos. You can embark on this journey solo or team up with others online to tackle challenging dungeons and quests. In October 2024, the first expansion, Vessel of Hatred, was released, introducing the new Spiritborn class, new areas to explore, and additional content that enriches the game's universe. The expansion also added a new mode called the Dark Citadel, designed for max-level players, featuring a multiplayer dungeon that requires teamwork to conquer. Classic features like Mercenaries have returned with new twists, offering fresh challenges and rewards. Superliminal is a mind-bending first-person puzzle game that takes players into a surreal dream therapy experiment where perception is reality. Its core mechanic revolves around forced perspective and optical illusions, requiring players to think beyond traditional logic to manipulate their surroundings and solve puzzles. Objects change size and shape depending on how you view and interact with them, creating a unique challenge that forces you to reimagine spatial rules. Set within a mysterious and atmospheric world, Superliminal unfolds through a series of dreamlike environments that grow increasingly abstract and challenging as players progress. Curse of the Dead Gods casts players as an adventurer drawn to a cursed temple in pursuit of unimaginable wealth, immortality, and divine abilities. This sprawling labyrinth is fraught with peril. Players are tasked with navigating this treacherous environment, utilizing a diverse array of weapons to combat the myriad threats lurking within. Strategic use of light and fire is essential to overcome the shadows that conceal numerous dangers. As they delve deeper, adventurers will encounter a variety of enemies, including formidable champions and deadly bosses. each presenting unique challenges that test the player's combat prowess and tactical acumen. A distinctive feature of this journey is the accumulation of curses with each progression. These curses introduce unpredictable elements, altering gameplay dynamics and requiring players to adapt their strategies continually. Embracing or resisting these curses adds layers of complexity and replayability, ensuring that no two expeditions are alike. The pursuit of riches and power is fraught with peril, as each death prompts a return to the temple's entrance. The Artful Escape is an imaginative platformer that follows Francis Vendetti, a young guitar prodigy trying to escape the shadow of his famous uncle, a deceased folk musician. On his quest to craft his own identity, Francis is thrust into a surreal, vibrant world that blends the boundaries between reality and his artistic vision. The gameplay is primarily focused on platforming, with a combination of exploration, puzzle solving, and rhythm-based mechanics. As players traverse this fantastical world, they encounter unique challenges where they can manipulate the environment through Francis's guitar riffs. These elements help Francis uncover his true self while navigating his way through a visual narrative driven by creativity and self-expression. In a quarantined Manhattan ravaged by a viral outbreak, a man awakens in a morgue with no recollection of his identity. His body, however, reveals extraordinary capabilities: superhuman strength, speed, and the unsettling ability to assume the forms of others. As he delves into the city's chaos, he uncovers a conspiracy involving a covert military faction and a monstrous infection, all while grappling with his own transformation. The narrative unfolds through a series of intense encounters and revelations, as the protagonist seeks to unravel the truth behind the outbreak and his own existence. The story is told through interactions with various characters, including a sister and former lover, each providing pieces of the puzzle. The gameplay offers a big open-world environment, where the protagonist can traverse the city with remarkable agility, leaping across buildings and sprinting through streets. Combat is dynamic, with the ability to morph limbs into devastating weapons like claws, blades, and whips, allowing for versatile attack strategies. Stealth mechanics enable infiltration of enemy bases, while the consumption ability grants access to memories and skills of others, aiding in the progression of the narrative. And that's a wrap on the best Steam deals you can grab right now. If you found some great games, make sure to hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more amazing deals and gaming content.